Coming up on this episode of the Preston North End Weekend Warm-Up, Liam Lindsay tells us all about his new contract. In the studio, our very special guest is Paul Gallagher, and as always, we've got so much more, but only here on the Preston North End Weekend Warm-Up. Hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Preston North End Weekend Warm-Up. Have you missed it? You've missed it, haven't you? I know you watch it religiously every single week.
Rocco does, yeah, my son.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he? I've always liked him.
He loves it.
He's always liked him. How's it been? Have you even had a break?
Yeah, we had a few days off, and it's a bit weird though, isn't it? It's foreign to all of us. I was having the World Cup during the season, but yeah, had a few days off. Spent some time with the family, sometimes training with the youth team. I went in and done a few sessions with them, so it's been good, yeah.
We'll talk about that shortly. Well, you mentioned the family, probably a good time to talk about Mrs. G's birthday.
Oh, yeah, well, December's a expensive month for me.
Happy birthday,
yeah.
obviously.
So I've had my wife's 40th. Then Rocco, he'll be 9 on the 9th. Then Madison will be 18 on the 28th. And obviously you've got Christmas in between that, so.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Good luck with all of those things. We'll talk about the academy journey down to Springfield for you in just a moment as well. Back into the full swing now here?
Yeah, the lads, we're back in, back training, good intensity. The lads enjoyed the break, but when they come back in, they work hard as ever and raring to go.
Good. We'll talk about that in just a moment as well. We'll talk about Liam Lindsay. But first of all, we like to start with a retro match. And because it's Blackburn Rovers, and because he used to play for them, and because back in 2017, eventually, we sort of pulled them apart. You were pulling the strings. It was a 2-2 draw, sort of felt like a win. Let's take you back there and a reminder of what happened March 2017 at Ewood Park.
Back towards Clark on the halfway line. He tries another long ball forward up towards Barkhazen. Barkhazen heads into Hugh Gill and gets it back. Barkhazen's in the box, shoots low and into the back of the net. And Tom Barkhazen, just 12 minutes gone, has given Preston North End the lead on Derby Day at Ewood Park. Tom Clark closes down Williams over on that far side. Williams just looks to stand across up to the back post. Zhao gets there, heads against the post and then cleared by Cunningham. Zhao now on the half turn, gives it into Bennett, 25 yards from goal, shoots, and he finds the bottom corner. A brilliant piece of individual skill by Elliot Bennett, 25 yards out, just rifles it low into the bottom left corner. The referee plays advantage as Ben Pearson brings it out to the right hand side, almost runs it straight to Daryl Horgan before dropping it off with him. Horgan then tries to go past Williams. Williams looks as though he's stuck in mud for a moment as Horgan then whips in the cross, looking towards Tom Barkhazen, who gets a side foot on it, leaning back and sends it into the Darwin end behind the goal. As Nyambi has it, and Bennett, having moved into that pocket in the right to centre pocket, gives it into Emnes, and now on in the box for Conway, who puts it low past Chris Maxwell. The North End defence one offside, but the referee is not giving it as Craig Conway scores his second goal in 2 games. Blackburn Rovers have a man over on the far side and they work it to Nyambi, who's into the box, chops back, then goes back towards the byline, shoots and looks to rifle it into the far corner, but he can't quite do so, and Greg Cunningham will go in the book here. Ben Pearson's over on the left wing with the ball. He sends it in towards Mackinock, headed away by Mulgrew. Falls for Gallagher, 25 yards out. Gallagher sends a beautiful ball in, looking for Huntington, who heads in front of the travelling fans in the Darwin end. It's now with McGeady, with Barkhazen in the box, sets it back for Paul Gallagher, takes a touch, looks to play through for Tom Clark, back to McGeady, can he finish? Yes he can! Aidan McGeady at the death for Preston North End as Simon Grayson runs down the touchline, and there are currently 6,000 Preston North End fans going absolutely berserk in the Darwin end.
Well, we'd be hoping to go one better this weekend at Ewood Park, and plenty of North End fans there to cheer us on again. Super sub, what were your memories from that day?
Yeah, I was on the bench. I think I just come back from injury and we were getting beat 2-1, and Sam Grayson was manager. He put me on, and all my friends are Blackburn fans, so I was getting a bit of stick after the game.
Both of them?
Yeah, all 2 of them, yeah. But no, I remember going into the Darwin end full of Preston fans, and I managed just to play a little reverse ball to Tommy Clark, and he squared it to Aidan McGeady, and it just took off, didn't it? The fans were going crazy. I think the manager, Sam, was up and down the touchline, and it felt like we won the game, to be honest, but they've always been good games against Blackburn. At Ewood as well, we always take a lot of fans with us, and we've been quite successful in them games.
Fingers crossed, you'll be on the touchline, I'll be in the away end. Come and celebrate with us at the full-time whistle. Talking about good news, Liam Lindsay, new contract, extension that keeps him at Preston North End until at least 2025. He has absolutely worked his socks off to put himself in that position, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. He's made that position his own, and he's coming into a leader now. Been vocal in the changing room, ordering players around where he wants them. But he's a very good football player, Liam, and he deserves everything he's getting, all the plaudits, and he's very level-headed, so he'll keep his feet on the ground, and like you say, he wants to work hard, improve, and I think we all can see the improvement that he's taken, and so fully deserved on his contract, and hopefully has a good game at the weekend.
Yeah, 4 man of the match performances at Deepdale alone. Part of the big thing about the 11 clean sheets that we've had in the league so far this season as well, and it's probably a turnaround, I suppose, because he wasn't. I would imagine he's one of the first names on the team sheet now, isn't he?
He is, yeah, but it comes with a rhythm of games and confidence, and being a player, you understand the confidence of playing games and winning games and playing well. It brings you on so much, and you can see that in Liam's game. And
can you see that here as well?
Yeah, like I say, he's always out there training because he's confident at playing games in training. He's trying things, he's organising people. Like I said before, he's becoming a leader, and his defending is top notch. But not only that, he can play as well. He's very comfortable with left foot, very dominant in the air. So hopefully he scored at Blackburn not long ago. So hopefully he can come up trumps again.
The signs are all there, aren't they? We don't just make this stuff up. I'd make this stuff up. These two don't make this sort of stuff up. It's finally pristine and honed together, which is why we're also going to hear from the manager, Ryan Lowe, talking about him. But first of all, let's hear from the man himself.
Yeah, no, I'm happy, I'm buzzing. It got done quite quick as well, so they didn't drag on, so I'm happy about that as well. But no, yeah, I'm buzzing about it.
Yeah, fantastic, yeah. Credit where credit's due to Liam. He's been fantastic and definitely earned the contract. I think the conversation we had early on in the summer, pre-season, and even the back end of last season of, can he get himself in the team, can he force his way in, have a shootout with him and Patrick, and he's certainly done that, and he hasn't looked back because he's been immense.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love everything about it, really. The lads, the gaffer, management staff, the fans, everyone's been amazing, so no, I'm delighted.
One thing I will say about Liam, he's took on instructions of everything we've asked him to do, and he's been solid as a rock in front of Freddie along with the rest of the defenders when they've played, and fully deserved. Over the moon that he signed a new extended contract, definitely.
Keep my standards up, playing every week, pushing the boys, helping the boys, playing well, clean sheets. That'll do me.
Right, spoiler alert now, it's Thursday as we're recording this, so we haven't yet watched or know the result of the FA Youth Cup third round game against Rotherham. At Deepdale, you will, we don't, so that's why we're not talking about it. However, we can talk, because we mentioned at the beginning, about the academy lads, because they've been training here quite a lot. You've been heavily involved. So in terms of what they've done here so far, let's start with that. How have they been? How are they getting integrated? How does it work?
Yeah, it's been good. We've had 4 or 5 of them now. So they've come up, they've trained really well, impressed the staff, the manager, and long may that continue, because the manager here will give opportunities to the young players if they come up and train well, and obviously doing well for the under 18s, 19s. So it's a good opportunity for them. And when they do come up here, like I said, they work ever so hard and want to get better. They ask questions, they want to learn. And then when we was off, I took it off just to go in and put a few sessions on. I've known them kids since they were 15, 16. I managed them when I was still playing, so that was good for me to do that. So I know them really well. And then it was good to just go in and go through a few stuff with them and try and make them understand how we train with the first team. So obviously when they do come up here, it gives them a bit of a head start.
Because you went down to Springfield to do that, didn't you? So what sort of stuff could you do, can you do, and why do you do that?
Yeah, so I went back to Springfields, where obviously I trained when I was in the first team. So it was good to go back there and see it again. But yeah, listen, I was doing things for my coaching badges as well, so there was sessions that I wanted to put on and see how it worked. And to be fair to the players down there and the staff, they're excellent. And yeah, it was good. Then I had a few bits on that we do here, just to, like I said before, just to give them the heads up, really.
When you were of that age, similar age at least, at the team who were playing against this weekend, ironically enough as well. Did people do that with you? Is it sort of a full circle for you? What did you get out of that when you were that age? Was that your big learning curve then?
Yeah, there was one or two that came in that was really helpful to the young players, but I've gone along a long time in a career and not many do it. I always thought I want to try and help the young lads. Obviously, you've been a young lad before, and getting into the first team, how does it work? What's the environment like? What do I need to do? And yeah, it's good. Then we've got obviously a manager here and the staff that want to help the young players as well. So it's all steps in the right direction for me. And if you can help one or two, we're lucky enough we've got 5. If we're training with us at the minute, it's a bonus.
Well, as Paul, I don't think I've ever called you Paul, have I? I'll call you Paul on this occasion. It'd be like your mum. As Callie says, a number of players have made it from the academy into the first team this season alone. One of those is Noah Mweni, and we caught up with him.
Yeah, it's been good experiences. I'm learning something new every time I come up here. You can definitely see the difference in the standard, in the levels of training, and yeah, with the youth team when I go and play, I feel comfortable, I feel confident in the players around me and myself. It's a perfect situation really for me. So when I come here, I can express myself, ask questions to the senior pros who've been playing championship games for countless years. So I just need to take as much in as I can and then add it to my game and see how I can improve as a player. It's everything. I've not spent a lot of time focusing on how I've got on. It's just the present. I try focus on what I can do today to be better, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this Friday.
Right, that's the future of Preston North End. The future for the first team is a trip to Ewood Park, so let's talk about that right now. The last game, a blip. They lost their last game. They were battered by Burnley, weren't they? It was an unfortunate result for us against Millwall. How do you work from that? Because you can't erase it straight away.
Yeah, it's lucky. Obviously, we've had the break, but prior to the Millwall game, we done really well. Like I said, we had a meeting, and if we could leave ourselves in a position when we take the break that we're still in a good position in the league, which we are, and we'll be happy with that. But obviously, we want to be better. So obviously, losing to Millwall was tough to take, and it's hard because you know there's a break coming. Well, usually there's a game straight away, you can fix it. So we know it's going to be a tough game, a local derby. We'll take a lot of fans with us. They're a good team, we respect them, but at the end of the day we want to go there and win. And
you say about being in a good position, if we win this one, albeit potentially briefly, we go 4th in the Championship, which is fantastic. In the meantime, since that game, you've had a couple of behind doors friendly bounce games, whatever you want to call them. How useful were they? Yeah,
they're always useful. You know, players just want to get the rhythm back, so getting game time in the legs before obviously the league returns. So that was good, a good test for us, and yeah, the players done well, to be fair. And like I said, when they came back to start the training, it was good standard of training, and the games were good. So it puts you in good stead going forward, and you know, looking forward to this game at the weekend now.
It's probably been a couple of years in February since you've actually decided to hang up your boots as well. Do you miss it at all now?
Of course, yeah. If you're enthusiastic about football and you love football, obviously you're going to miss it. But when you're passionate about something else in coaching, which I am, it makes it a lot easier when you do hang them up. But yeah, you still itch out there to join in and have a kick around, and even Marshy zinging balls around. You love it, don't you? So yeah, but I'm on to the next stage of my career now. That's gone, and you know, it's hopefully exciting times coming forward.
We'll go and have a game of 3 and in just a moment, or Kirby or something like that. In the meantime, let's look ahead to that match with the pre-match thoughts of the manager, Ryan Lowe.
Yeah, well, listen, time will tell, but we've put all the preparation in it. We've done all the work we needed. You know, Blackburn are doing well, especially. We've got a good goal scorer, but not just him. They've got some good players, and you know, they very rarely draw games. They either win or lose, and they've won more than they've lost, I must say, and drawn, because they're up there with good points. But against a derby, I think a lot of form goes out the window. You know, they haven't played for a month competitive, neither have we. And it's one we're really looking forward to, Tom, yeah. Of course, it's an added occasion. I'm sure we'll have our fans packed out behind the goal there and singing us on, and that's what we're going to need. We're going to need them to be our 12th man. But yeah, any game coming back after 4 weeks off, any occasion, it's always going to be nice to be back. Look, we have to pay every team we come up against the respect they deserve, and you know, obviously some good players, the way they play, the way they move the ball, and you know, but we have to worry about ourselves more importantly. And if we play the way we want to play and get the ball down and play, and we can cause anyone any problems, but we have to be mindful of their qualities also and making sure that we respect what they've got and what we're going up against, and that's what we certainly do.
Right, that's almost it, because it's almost it. If you still want to go to Ewood Park and you haven't got your tickets yet, you can pay on the day. So that's good. pne.com for more details. Or, of course, you can listen to I Follow PNE. And why wouldn't you want to if you can't go to Ewood Park? Thousands are, though. You've been there, you've done that, you've literally got the shirt. How important are they?
Oh, massive. Yeah, the supporters are massive. You know, they back us every week, home and away, and yeah, I've really enjoyed derbies when I've been here. You know, we take so many fans away, and like I said before, record's pretty good. So all the support we get is the better for the team, because they like the extra 12 man, as they always say. And you know, when you see me in that Darwin and going crazy, there's no better feeling. So hopefully we can send them home happy with the bragging rights and 3 points to us.
Thank you as always. It's always a pleasure you being here. I know how much you love it as well. Coaching, TVs, there's nothing that you got, plays the guitar, the lot. Anyway, thank you as always. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, turn on your notifications, because when we put the highlights on, you can be the first to see them. So, I would normally say, come on you Whites, but it feels more appropriate at the end of this one to go, yellow!